She's just a girl and she's on fire. So let me tell y'all the story. So I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. I got 30 minutes before I gotta go to class, but I had to see today's episode, and Abigail stuck up for herself. Finally, in the first time I've seen her be on the show, like, Abigail popped off on Ben. She popped off, and when I mean popped off, she lit that mofo on fire. Wow. Basically, what happened was, I guess her and Ben fooled around last week. I didn't watch any of the episodes last week, technically. They fooled around. She lured him into the bed, tied him into the bed, and then she was threatening his ass, like, you know, pretend it's a match, right? So she was like, you know, you've been very good at making me afraid of you. You've been coming for my family. You've been coming for me. And I've always been scared of you. And she lit the match, y'all. And he was tied to the bed with lighter fluid all over his body. And she did it 3 times. And then he was like laying there like, please don't do it. Please don't do it. And she finally tossed it. And his legs went on fire, honey. It was like, ooh, girl, it was just so like, oh, no, she didn't. And while he was on fire, Chad came into the rescue and was like, are you okay? Are you okay? And then he saw that Ben was on fire. So Chad motherfucking Zamira decided to take a pillow, let's use this as a pillow, and engulf the flames or kill the flames, or whatever you call that word. And he decided to save Ben. Big mistake, buddy. So, after he stopped the fire or whatever, he went to go talk to Abigail, who was with Thomas downstairs, rocking him. She was singing To Kill a Mockingbird, not To Kill, the Mockingbird song, the lullaby you sing to babies. You know, very adorable with her son and stuff. And so Chad put his hand on her, and she was very like, don't touch me. You know what you did. Don't touch me. You let him live. And Chad, very smart as he is, was like, look at the big picture. Do you really want to kill him knowing that this is going to be the last time you sing a lullaby to our son? And she was very like, you know, he's done a lot to us. Like, you know, I had to do what I had to do to protect our son. But then Chad was very like, look at the bigger picture, though. You're going to be locked up in jail, and our son's going to grow up without having his mom knowing that she killed somebody. And so he called JJ with the police and was like, yo, Ben is here. I need y'all to get y'all asses over here and hurry up because he's tied down. So JJ was like, oh, is the baby and my sister okay? He was like, yeah, just get y'all asses here ASAP. And so they got there. Well, they was headed there, but Ben got out. He escaped, honey. He escaped downstairs, right? But then the moment before he got out the house, Chad was like, where you going? Pop. He popped off on Ben too. Like, Ben fell down, laying on the ground. He got arrested, you know, on a gurney. Legs burnt for days, honey. And said and done. Like, that motherfucker going to jail. I wasn't able to watch the last 10 minutes because, y'all, I literally got like 20 minutes just before I gotta go to class. But thank God I live like less than 20 minutes from my school. Anyways, y'all, Steve and Kayla are officially done. She don't want to do nothing with him no more. The wedding's off in her eyes. She was telling how, you know, I had to raise Joey by my damn self and he was never there, so bye. Basically, she not feeling Steve right now. And Aunt Kayla woke up in the hospital, right? It turns out she got a hematoma, which is a blood clot in your brain. And that is fucking dangerous because she can have aneurysms and collapse to her death. Fuck. And that's scary to me because I've known people in my life who've encountered that kind of shenanigan. Basically, when Ava punk ass popped off on Aunt Kayla, that's how she got her aneurysm blood clot, the hematoma, because she got decked in the head when she wasn't looking by Ava, who is no longer on the show. She dead, honey. But basically, the hot-ass Australian doctor was just like, I want you to get surgery. Like, this ain't safe. Like, you know this is not good. And she was like, nah, it's cool. It's cool. Like, for sure. Like, relax. Like, let me just take some medications. They'll go away. And then the doctor was like, the Australian doctor was just like, you know what, I'm gonna give you a week. And if just this don't heal in a week, I'm gonna take surgery regardless of what you saying. And so Aunt Kayla was like, all right, for sure, whatever. Like, I don't care. But don't tell Steve or Joey. Just don't tell nobody in my family. So Steve walks in and was like, what's going on? And the doctor already called Steve and was like, oh, Kayla in the hospital, so you need to get your ass over here. So they got into another, like, altercation because she don't want him to worry about him. She don't give two shits about him right now. And he was still kind of worried, like, what's going on with the tea. But Aunt Kayla being stubborn as usual. Well, not really. Well, I don't really know. But I feel like she's being stubborn this episode. But Joey has a new girlfriend or talking to some chick. She's pretty cute. She's pretty sickening. I guess Joey ran to his dad at, you know, the eatery area. And he was like, Pops, is you hungover? And he was like, well, I've had a little too many to drink. They was sharing food. And then Joey's little girlfriend shared some food with them. She was kind of being cute with Steve and was like, so when you gonna take me on your motorcycle, Joey? And then Joey was like, oh, you know, when my dad lets me off punishment. And he was like, stop being a smartass. You're not able to take her on a motorcycle. So they ended up going to the pub and having something to drink. And the homegirl was just very like, let's go to Chicago. Like, we're going to get away together. And he was like, I don't want to leave Salem with my family situation like this. So it's a no for me. So today's episode was full of shenanigans because I'm proud of Abigail. I'm going to just keep it 100 with y'all. I'm proud the way she's handling the whole band situation because I feel like this whole time I've seen her character, she's been so afraid to stick up for herself. And finally, she sticks up for herself regardless of the situation. Like, if I was afraid of somebody, I would light a match and throw it on the fire too. Like, I would be like, you know what? Game over, bitch. You screwed me over. Bye, Felicia. Like, that's how I roll. Like, that's how I would feel if I was afraid of somebody. I just feel like Abigail had to do what she had to do to protect her son and her man. I do feel Chad was more right with the whole situation. Like, why would you fuck that shit up when your child needs you most? Like, don't take it out with murder just to make yourself feel happy. And I feel like Chad won this episode, but I feel like Abigail also won this episode because I feel like she really stepped out of her comfort zone and was like, you know what? Game over, motherfucker. Is do or die, and you about to die. So, bye. So, yeah, y'all, I saw today's episode. It was fucking sickening. It was fucking interesting. This girl is on fire. I keep singing it. I love that lyric, but y'all, Abigail worked it for me today episode, you know. This is the Abigail I like to see. This is the Abigail that has that spunk and that fire, and she's going a little cray-cray in her head, but you know what, y'all? It's a freaking soap opera. So anyways, y'all, I gotta go to class. Thanks for watching. Give me that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Leave me comments on what I've been missing. What are you hoping for the next couple of weeks? And I will see you guys very soon. So